Dr. Stephen Clarke, CEO for Applied Intellectual Capital, says that despite what you may think, there are effective and long-lasting lead-acid batteries, and they already exist.
I run a technology development company based in Alameda, California, and we do electrochemistry. And one of our big focuses right now is advanced batteries from the range of transport, grid storage, and PDAs and laptops. And we're just in the process of commercializing an advanced battery for electric vehicles and hybrid vehicles and plug hybrid vehicles, which is based on lead acid. One of the target markets is for hybrid trucks, hybrid locomotives, hybrid cranes, applications that need very high power for short durations of time, and the ability to take power and charge rapidly and discharge rapidly without the complication of heat management systems, and at a price point we think is appropriate for the transport industry. Well, it is an old technology. It's been around for 120 years, and there's good and bad in that. The good in it is there's 120 years worth of research, and there's a huge amount of information on lead acid. I think one of the issues with lead acid is the average person's experience of a lead acid battery is the battery that sits under the hood in their vehicle. And that's unfortunate because that battery has been designed to fail. So most people's experience of a lead acid battery is a starter lighting ignition battery that's been cost engineered to within a day of its life and typically fails, wouldn't you know, one day after the warranty runs out. Whereas in fact, in other applications, lead acid batteries have been used quite successfully in fact grid storage and some very high capacity applications with 10, 15 and 20-year lifetimes. What we've done is take a look at the chemistry of lead acid and then stripped it back to its bare essentials. And without going into a chemistry lesson, the feature of a conventional lead acid battery is that it's what's known as monopolar. That means you have a positive electrode and a negative electrode. The two have to be connected together with what's known as top lead. And if you were to take a vehicle battery, whether it's a starter battery or a traction battery, and chop it up and look inside, you would discover that about 30 to 50% of the lead inside of that battery is just internal connectors. And that represents 30 to 50% of the weight of the battery. And another way of looking at that is its parasitic weight. You don't actually need it. So what we did was come up with a completely different configuration in which eliminates those monopoles and converts them into bipoles. That eliminates 50% of the lead in a lead acid battery, which is approaching half the weight. It also reduces the internal resistance, so you can get more energy out at a lower voltage drop or a smaller loss of voltage. And it also allows you to do some things around the way you package it, which addresses some of the reliability issues and deep discharge issues of conventional lead acid batteries. And when you put all of that lot together, you end up with something that is approaching lithium ion in terms of energy density, is far superior to lithium ion in terms of power density and charge acceptance, i.e. how quickly you can charge it, but at a price point that's roughly 10 to 20% of the cost of an equivalent capacity lithium ion battery.